So first of all, this year you put out an album. How would you describe it to someone who haven't heard it yet?
Oh, I think it's like cosmic gospel. It's a record that we made for our future selves. We had this idea that if we knew who we were in our past life and we were a musician, we could listen to our records. We were like, we should make a record now for our future selves. And so this album is all the messages we would give to our future self.
Okay. This album feels more introspective. What motivated this idea of creating something for your future self? How did you get this idea?
Just like feeling compelled to like share everything we learn, any hardship we faced, and we faced a bunch, and just wanting to be like, oh my God, if I feel this way, somebody else must feel this way. I don't want them to, so I got to do something about it, and the only way to do that is to write music and share it. Mm-hmm. Or like stand on the street with a sign, but that seems really way harder.
Yeah. And how was the conception, like when you work, who does what did you start with? How was the creative process of it?
Well, our music is channeled, a lot of people feel that way with the art that they make. And it's just basically like a part of the song comes to us, and then when we go in the studio, we all just kind of like channel the part that we're supposed to play, and it's very improvised. And then by the end, hopefully the entire song comes out.
Okay, so it feels pretty easy, or is there any song that you struggle a bit more to produce?
No, I think it's like the layering is done in the studio. The song's already there. Like she said, it's already made, so we just pull that in, and then we all add our parts on top, and it just becomes like this beautiful thing that everybody creates, which is great.
Yeah, we kind of believe all songs already exist. You just have to like clear yourself entirely to find it. So some are harder than others, but we don't ever do more than like 2 or 3 takes in the studio, and if it takes more than that, then we scrap the song. That's it. It's obviously not right for us. Somebody else's song.
And we saw that there were some changes in the band. In which way did it change your way of working? Did it change anything in your way of creating stuff?
I don't know. We have Sarah in the band now. I think like, I think musically people change. You change, and it makes sense for people. Like the Cramps, for instance, they have lots of different members. The Stones, for instance, did not have lots of different members. So all bands are all different, but for us, I think it makes sense as we evolve to have, like, Sarah's a super tough, super badass, like one of my favorite bass players of all time, for real, legit. So I think that's where we're headed into, is a more like, tough kind of thing within the scope of cosmic gospel, of course.
Okay. And the title "When I'm Free" was remixed by Peaches. It's a style that's completely different from yours. How was it created? Like, why did you choose to do something completely different? Did you feel like you had to do something a bit different for once?
No. Our label boss, whose birthday it is today, happy birthday, David! He was like, do you want to do a remix? And we were like, yeah. He's like, who do you want to remix it? And I was like, I don't know. And then we just saw that she had remixed someone else's song, came out, on the Instagram feed, and I was like, oh, it'd be sick if Peaches would do it, but we didn't really think she would. And then she did, and we were like, whoa. Yeah. It was super cool, like, blew my mind,
And so this album, you're playing it live recently, you're on tour. How is it going so far? How are you feeling about it?
1, 2.
My favorite songs from the new record to play.
8 thumbs up.
Amazing. And so I had another question about, you mentioned in the book She's a Badass, about women in rock. And so we can read women in rock have been prominent proponents of progress as they've increasingly taken control of their own music, message and image. Was creating your own band a way for you to take control?
Whoa, that's a good question. I mean, I didn't think about the fact that I was a girl until everyone else was like, you're a girl in a band. And it's like, whoa, no way. Like, and it is definitely, there's a lot to it, and there's so many more challenges. And again, like I said before, anything I find challenging, I want to share and help other people so that they don't have the same difficulty, and mainly in feeling alone. Mainly I think when you see other people doing stuff, you realize, like, kids will come up to us after every show and be like, oh, you're the reason that I play bass or drums or guitar. Even Larry gets it too, and it's like, it's just, we just do it because we have to, and that's what we were meant to do, that's what we were born to do. But I think it's also helpful to see it's for everyone. Everything is for everyone, and that's all that is true.
It's a good message. And you wrote a song for the series Impact Winter. Is your way of writing different when it's for a series than it is for your own creation?
Yes.
Yes? How is it different?
Because they tell you generally what they want, or hopefully, and it's your job to interpret what they want, and give them what they're looking for, whether or not they do know it. The Impact Winter was really good at saying specifically what they wanted, and they asked us to do a second song for their second season, so it feels real good.
So they contacted you directly, or how was it?
We have a publisher, but it was like a real professional situation where I got on the phone and please hold for blah 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 blah, and I was like, oh. and then the director came on and was like, hey, I'm the director, and I'm like, yo. And then we
real
talked
adult stuff.
for real, and then I was like, oh, I don't know if I did it right, and then he sent me a personal email after. It was like, I can't believe blah blah blah, or after we sent the song, he's like, I can't believe you guys just nailed it without even ever hearing the podcast. It's crazy that you knew it, and it's cool.
I love those songs too. They're two of my favorite songs.
Yeah, they're really cool.
Amazing. And a few years ago you had Iggy Pop to play in one of your video clips. How was that made? Our friend had a dream about, we used to work a lot with our friend Kansas Bowling, and she had a dream one night about the Andy Warhol eating a hamburger, that little short film, and she had a dream that Iggy was eating it, and she's like, I want to get Iggy to do this music video for you, and we were like, yeah, that would be cool, but that's never going to happen. And then somehow she just made it happen, and we flew to see him. We watched him eat the hamburger, and then he left. And so you're still in contact with him, or no?
Spiritually.
Yeah.
Okay.
He still plays us on his radio show frequently. So.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Yeah.
He'll say the name Death Valley Girls. Oh my god, he knows the name of the band.
And how do you work on your video clips? Do you do it yourself? Do you ask someone to do it? How involved are you in the process of making video clips?
It's different every time, but I think it's scary. It's always very scary. It's the most, we're pretty punk, so we like things that aren't superficial and don't take a long time or a lot of money. And with most people's videos, they can cost $10,000 for just the beginning video. That's how much it is. I don't know how many euros that is, but I'm guessing it's at least somewhere around 10,000. It's a lot, and so usually the things we do are we don't spend any money, so it's pretty scary. It's the only thing we're giving a lot of money, and we use a very small amount of a lot of money. It's scary and it's so weird, and I don't really. Some people love it a lot. I think maybe if we had an endless supply of money, I'd like it more, but yeah, it's pretty scary to me.
And so you write them, you basically do it.
They just do it all.
Okay.
Yeah, they'll be like, I have this really good idea, and we'll be like, okay, cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I have a last question. Is there any new project you are working on that you can tease us? Is there anything coming soon you could talk to us about?
Yeah, well, we're like right now in the middle of going on tour all over the world. We're going to places we've never been before, and we're going as farther across the world than we've ever been before, to Australia. And hopefully when we come home, I kind of have an idea of writing like a small EP about all the songs we write in our dreams, no matter how good or bad they are. I think we're going to record all of our dream songs just because it's funny.
Sounds good. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.